This video is sponsored by Arcanium, the Rise of Akhan. Arcanium is a roguelike deck builder that was in early access in 2020, but has been launched on Steam version 1.00 on September 22nd of this year. So it is quite fresh. I am being paid to showcase this game and specifically the new aspects of the game. But in my eyes, it's more of a consultation for refreshing Arcanium takes. So, so we'll go ahead and hop into it. I wanted to do a video of like, this is my first take on Arcanium, and they specifically want me to show the new arena mode. And so I was like, okay, so I was recording my first impression of the game, and I got absolutely worked on like the second or third level of this. Arena mode is like a gauntlet version of the game. It's faster and you get stronger quicker, but I died so early that it's just like, imagine someone was like, oh, got a new roguelike deck builder, Slay the Spire, and then they died to Gremlin Knob in Act 1 and they let that influence their review of the game. Like, that would be borderline malpractice on my end. So I think my job is to do my job. So let's start with the adventure first, that said. But once I played the game a little bit and got better at it, I returned to arena mode and I beat it the second time I did it. And yeah, I ended up playing the game a bit to try to get a feel for it. And what happened was I actually ended up playing the game for around 20 hours over the last handful of days. So it, well, it's that's just because the game is good. So let's go ahead and hop into an adventure, and I want to just rock the casual right now. This here is comparable to Ascension levels. I don't have the max difficulty unlocked yet, not because I'm stuck on heroic, just because I wanted to go ahead and take the time to you know, go back and kind of showcase what I've learned, what I think is important to cover about the game. And this game has taken a lot of inspiration. Oh yeah, I was thinking about, so those are the default ones. This game has taken a lot of inspiration from Slay the Spire, by the way, and self-admittedly so, and that is respectable. So they start you out with these 3 characters, and all the rest you unlock. And you might notice that there's 2 pages here. Don't be dissuaded because it looks like a lot. Pay attention to someone like Ragnarok right here. When we advance to the second page, it's actually just right in the middle. So the second page only has 4 more heroes, and I have unlocked all but 2 of them. I'm really close to getting Thoron though. I just need 800 more gold to be spent at a forge. That's kind of how the progression works in this game. A lot of the unlocks are coincidental in the sense that they happen together. They're coincidental. So, you know, like, oh, visit X number of tiles in whatever area, fight this many encounters in whatever area. So you're making progress in multiple areas of the game at the same time, which is a good feeling. Although I can't say that about Maverick. I really don't know what a trainer is. So Maverick is out of luck right now. So sorry for the Maverick fans. It's not getting any love right now. I don't want to play these characters just because you start out with them. But I do like Milady, or Milady, you know. And yeah, you can see the Spire inspiration right here. Each of the characters, you build a team of 3. They all kind of have their roles. But before we get to that, I do want to say my first critique of the game is the thing about the pages. You move on to the second page after going to the first page, and it's only these 4 afterward. I think if you wanted, and this slider also isn't functional at all, this isn't really a second page. You know, it's when you say it's a second page, I would feel like that would mean that it's going to be entirely new stuff on the following page. So it's like the smallest little critique in the world. But I think if you want, you could delete this you know, book icon and this page word right here and just have 1 out of 2. and then you could flip, and then in that case you could even like get rid of the slider here. But also you could just make this a functional vertical slider right here and scroll down to see these 4 characters. I just don't think it's entirely like in a nomenclature way. I don't think that that's correct to say that this is a second page. Smallest complaint in the world, but that's what I'm here for. Is I think the gameplay is really good. So as far as quality of life is concerned, that is what I am primarily going to address. Some stuff along those lines that I think would, you know, that matter to me. That matter to me. So you can see the levels of the characters here. The characters have their own specific passive abilities, their own card pools, which are typically 3 pages large, which is not that much at all. They have heirlooms, which are character-specific relics, which are called artifacts in this game. And they have an ultimate ability, and you can unlock stronger ultimates at higher levels. It's not hard to progress in that regard. It's very reasonable. It's the same thing with Slay the Spire. Like how long it takes you to get all the Ironclad cards. It's probably like that for these characters, but even less time. So and you can get some idea of what their roles are as far as being a tank or being a cleric or a DPS goes. I don't know what the proper team composition is for this game. I don't have the highest difficulty of the game unlocked. Maybe some people in the Discord on the homepage could tell you, but my guess is that the game is quite far from being solved since it is so new. And I think that if you wanted to, you could be the best at this game. Like you could be the best player of Arcanium. So if that's something that you want to do, like maybe someone needs to hear that, you know. This game is fresh enough, and I think it's diverse enough that if you want to be the best at it, you can do that. And that's always exciting for a new game. And who do I like? I like Milady because I think she's fun. She's pretty easy to pick up. You do start out with her. In my opinion, in my uneducated opinion, more or less, I think Angorn is really powerful. He's a tank and a healer. And then there's also Leon here. And Leon he's an amazing tank as far as I'm concerned. But so yeah, I'm a rock Angorn. We're on the first level. And like you could kind of guess what all the characters stand for. It's a cleric, DPS over here. You got more DPS. I had a hard time figuring out what this guy was for. But then again, I had a hard time figuring out this guy too. His difficulty was not so high, so I think it's a skill issue on my end, or just a focus issue. I was probably focusing more on learning Angorn than Drakar when I was playing them together. But I haven't really developed an idea of what I think is like the best. But I think Tara's fun. She's got a passive ability that is like Gremlin Horn, which is cool. And so I'm a rock Tara and Milady, and I think Angorn's pretty good. I think Angorn's good. Maybe he's not, but I like him. And that's another thing too, right? Like if you want to just play a team of DPS, you could probably do that and get away with it if you're okay at the game, or maybe that might just be the best strategy. Nobody really knows. Maybe some people do, but I don't know. That's why it's fun. It's because you learn. And so you get starting bonus here. These are the same every run. As of right now, I think I like the 10 health, but maybe the gold lets you just do more early on. So I think I'm gonna try rocking the gold. As I've been progressing Ascension, I think I like health, but I'll just try gold. Choose an ability is akin to choose a card. And yeah, there are these icons here, which I'm not really sure why those icons are super relevant for is elemental and light villains and void villains void damage. You can care as much or as little as you want to about the lore and the character design. I am just here for the gameplay and the mechanics, and it's a very pretty game, as you can see here. It feels very polished, and right now this is we're being presented with a series of quests that we can fulfill as we progress during the run and get little rewards along the way. So 15 tiles in Uzir, 1 location in Anador, and 10 enemies in Scorched Lands. Those are the 3 locations in this game. I think it might be a good idea to like reroll one of these that are both asking us to pick a minion, and also because they're in 3 separate areas, it'd be nice to like get at least 2 of them in the same area. Okay, so we can re-roll these options 1 time, and unfortunately I re-rolled another Scorched Land, so maybe it's a good idea to re-roll this one and see. Wow, this one's also in Uzir. Is it 2 locations in Uzir? That's at least a little bit easier. 2 in Uzir, 1 in Anador, and 20 enemies in Scorched Lands, and then we get to upgrade 2 abilities. Alright, we can accept that. So Scorched Lands is over here, so we could plan on spending majority of our time over here just as on a loose level, just to get a sense of direction. And this is visit 1 location in Anador, so we need to like kind of go from Scorched Lands and just kind of show up over there. That's the location apparently, and this is the quest for us for our other for our location at Uzir, and then it's going to ask us to go somewhere else after that. So we start right here. The way the grid works is you can kind of progress in this direction, and then you get the option to unlock the following tiles, and you can click on your backpack right here, and you can see each of the characters' card pools, and well, not their card pools, but just their cards, their decks. But you can also click again and take a look at what is in their card pool. The minimum deck size is 9, the maximum is 14. The more cards you have, the stronger your ultimate ability becomes. You start out with 3 energy and 3 card draws every turn. And yeah, you can kind of see what the characters do. I'm going to try to explain this one time and only one time because I just don't want to be redundant. This ability, it gives you a might whenever you play an elemental card, which is a red card. So you gain strength whenever you play a red card, and you gain block whenever you play a blue card. Strength for red card, block for blue card. So that is that comes up with her play quite a bit, and you can take this game as seriously or as not seriously as you want when it comes to keeping track of all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? There are people that play Slay the Spire on Ascension 0 and just try to wing it and see what happens. You know, so like you can pay as much attention to the mechanics that you want to. That's important to note, I think. You can play precisely or not, depending on what you want to get out of the game, what you want to get out of life. So since we want to go to this node, let's go ahead and start at this assault battle. These nodes that are shiny, they're shard battles, and they give you a lot of reward. And what's that reward? Well, you can see up here we have essence. Now normal battles give you 1 essence, elite battles give you 2 essence, and shard battles, which are just super elite battles, they give you 3 essence. That's really important because when you hit 5 essence, you get the ability to permanently gain an energy for one of your characters for the run. It's like getting an energy relic in Slay the Spire. So this is a card pile node where you're able to collect 3 cards for any one that you want here. But it requires you to defeat the adjacent battles to be able to access it, and the same goes for this loot cache, which gives you an artifact, an item, and gold. So we can start out with wanting to take out the assault battle and then maybe the breach elite battle. This fight might be a little bit harder, so maybe it's a better idea to fight this first, get an ability, which is a card reward, and then to take on the breach elite battle. So that is my current game plan, and you can see here what each of the enemies are that you're fighting. You can edit your deck at any point during the run. You can tailor your deck to beat certain fights if you have enough resources to do that. You can click on the enemies and view their attack patterns if you would like as well. But I will try to refrain from doing so much of that because I want to keep the video as concise as possible. So this is how the combat's kind of conducted. You see how there's 5 meter here. Energy that you don't spend this turn rolls over onto the next turn with a maximum of that being 5. Now you can see your incoming damage here because you can see the enemy's intent here. It is multi-striking, so for 2, so it's 3 damage twice. And that is okay. So Angorn has the ability to apply shield to his allies. So this is a ranged card, which means that it could be played on anyone adjacent to us. If Angorn were all the way over here to the left, that's why I put him in the middle when we made the team. If you're over here in the left, he couldn't apply the shield all the way over here on the right. But since he's in the middle, he could apply it to either of us here. So we can apply block here. And that card also, you can see what's in your draw and discard pile up here. I wish that the draw and discard pile icons were beside the characters over here. And then you could click on them and view them that way. But you have to go all the way up here. So that would be another one of my quality of life suggestions, would be to be able to view the draw and discard pile down there. But so this card, Bramble Skin, that we just played, it applies 3 backlash. What backlash is, and you can see down here, is it deals damage per attack. So this is thorns. We've gained 3 thorns. We're being attacked twice, so we're going to do 6 damage. We can go ahead and the arrows are ranged attacks. So once again, if Taro was in the middle, we could attack anyone we wanted to because everyone's adjacent to us. But since only these guys are adjacent, you know what I mean? We anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start attacking the scorpion guy right here. And we have 3 of our lunge card. So this is a ranged card, and it also applies dash to ourselves, which swaps position, or it has dash. I don't know what the terminology is, but what that does is it swaps positions with an adjacent ally. So that's nice. You can also at any point, not during the enemy's turn, but if we wanted to right now, we could spend an energy and swap our position. Like, you can just spend a character's energy to swap their position with the hero next to them. So we do gain 2 block whenever we play a blue card. That is something worth noting. And I think the game plan right now is Milady is kind of just like utility. Angorn is going to want to heal us. He also, his passive ability applies regen to the most injured ally at the start of each turn. And what regen does is it heals you for the number on it on the following turn. And if you have more HP, like we're at full HP, then the regen just sits there and waits until you lose HP, and then on that following turn it will heal you back. And poison does probably what you think it would. And we do gain a strength whenever we play an attack that is red, an elemental card. So now we have it's a temporary strength. It's a might for the turn. It increases damage dealt by 1 per stack. So our Milady is dumping strength twice. That is what she is doing right now. And Tara gains an energy and the card draw whenever she gains lethal damage on someone. So let's go ahead and utilize that. You see these meters here. You gain 1 meter whenever you spend an energy, and that is when your ultimate effect unlocks. So that is worth taking note of as well. I'm going to use one of Tara's energy to swap energy with Milady, because this dual strike card is a melee card, so it can only be used in the row that is in front of you. And then from there, if we wanted to, we could use Tara to snipe this guy, gain energy, and draw a card again. So I think Tara's fun. I don't know if she's good or not, but I think she's fun. So, and we have our ultimate ready because our meter is charged. We don't have to use it this turn if we don't want to. Go ahead and spend our energy, apply poison to this guy. He's applying burn to us, which is going to damage us at the end of each turn, kind of like poison. I think void does pretty much the same thing as well. So we could swap positions here, and true 3 flesh strike. Okay, well, our ultimate, we can invoke it, and our ultimate is actually ranged, and it dashes into the area, the lane that the opponent is in, and then it applies vulnerable, which is 50% more damage for the turn, and we can call it at that. So not bad at all. And we gain gold and our ability card, and we can pick whichever of these we would like. So being able to apply vulnerable, I think, is really nice. You can see the upgrade for it here. It doesn't apply extra vulnerable, unfortunately, on upgrade. Maybe that's a little bit redundant with Milady's ultimate effect, which is already applying vulnerable. I think I like rocket jump. That's a rocket jump plus. Okay, yeah. I mean, teleport swaps positions with an ally, any ally at all, and it draws a card, so it's just a free teleport and draw a card. I don't see a reason why not to. And it's a light card, so that is why it could only be equipped to Angorn right now, I imagine, because Angorn supports the light element. And so we can equip it, and we can go ahead and hit continue there. One thing that I'll point it out in the next fight, but you equip that, then you can go to your backpack and edit your deck from there. You can't edit your deck while you're on the card reward screen. I'll address that later, but I do like the deck being at 10 cards just because it makes it consistent. I think Vine Lash is a little bit weak, so I'll go ahead and put that away. And now we can collect 3 cards for any hero that we would like. And I do think Angorn, I want to get him as strong as possible fast because he's our healer. But maybe it's a better idea to make our DPS stronger. So let's work on Milady. I think Tara tends to, and from what I've seen a little bit of, I think she's stronger when you start supporting her with better artifacts as opposed to cards. So I'm a rock the card pool for Milady. I like so slow makes enemies deal 50% less damage. Yeah, that's and it's ranged. So wow, it doubles its damage when it's upgraded. I like Frostbolt. Oh wait, we get all 3 of these cards because it's a card tile node. Yeah, so we just get all 3 of these, and then from there we can decide how we want to approach it from there. And the notification wears off as soon as you hover over the new card. So I think certainly dodge is also worth adding. Dodge upgrades to be 0 cost. I remember that. That can absolutely be useful, especially since this character is gaining block every time she's playing a blue card. So Flesh Strike is really nothing super exciting. It does gain us 1 might the turn we play it because of our starting relic, but it's not super fantastic. Riposte costs 2. It has retain. And it deals 5 damage, and it hits an extra time per enemy targeting you. So the keywording here, don't be confused, because like this is multi-strike 2, deal 2 damage. That means that it hits twice. You know, you saw that this hit twice, multi-strike 2. This says multi-strike 1, which is actually kind of a meaningless phrase. It's just there to indicate that it will multi-strike per enemy targeting you, per extra enemy targeting you. So it's a little bit. I don't know what I really feel is. I want to pick my battles here. My critiques here. I think that is a little bit redundant because it multi-strikes 1, but that doesn't mean anything because it's not. Multi-strike 2 means it's hitting twice. Like I think maybe it is just what it is at this point. I don't want to go like tearing apart your nomenclature here, but if it, like at first I thought that this was doing 2 damage 3 times because it says multi-strike 2, deal 2 damage. So that to me I was like, oh, so it's multi-striking 2 extra times, but it's not. And I think the same thing is with stuff like this. So just be careful with terminology. It's it's 1 less than you might think it is in that sense. I hope I didn't confuse anyone any further than they need to be. But I'll drop another Flesh Strike, I think. Yeah, it's not my favorite. Dodge is nice, and being able to apply the ability to the opponent that decreases their damage by 50% is fantastic. So we need to defeat the adjacent battles to unlock this quest node, which will then unlock this card pile node, right? So let's go ahead and hit the Assault Elite battle, I would say. So this is Breach Elite battle, which gives you like a hazard that you need to also kind of address in the fight, which is this barrel that shows up. You need to like destroy it after the enemies have been destroyed. So this is very similar to the fight that we just had for some reason. It doesn't happen very often, but it's okay. So we have a Rocket Jump Plus. We can teleport anywhere we want and draw a card, and there could just be some artifacts that we find that reward us in certain ways for playing light cards or whatever. So having something like a cantrip like this is really useful overall. And I'm gonna just play it quite linearly and quickly. I don't want to waste too much time thinking about the little details and precisions that could be involved here. But dash on over again and give him the multi-strike. It was more damage overall to multi-strike first and then dash twice, I think, but I just want to wear this guy down as fast as possible so Tara can finish him and we can use her ability. And we can even rocket jump over back to the middle if we would like, draw a card and apply some regen here, or maybe even apply some poison to one of these scorpions, waste all of our energy. It's normally probably a good idea to hold on to a little bit of energy for the following turn, just in case you draw an expensive hand like this, and you know, we could have 2 bramble skins right now on this guy, and you would be taking 6 damage 3 times just from attacking us, for example. So, but it's fine. I'm gonna apply a little more poison to this guy. We can see his intent. He's tending to apply burn forward. He's tending to gain 5 backlash of his own. I want to go ahead and swap Angorn out here so that Tara can reach this guy, because I'm gonna get him. So we could apply slow over here just because we need to get our ultimate meter charged. Her meter is smaller amount than Tara. Like Tara has to play more cards to get her ultimate than Milady does. So now we can make this guy vulnerable with our ultimate, knock him out with a sniper shot, and yeah, so that was the current idea. And we need to like survive for 4 turns. I think that's the is that the goal here? That's what it was, or it was defeat 3 enemies to win. But was there also sometimes there's like a clause of okay, so this was a elusive enemy. That's what it was. Sometimes there is like you just need to survive for 4 turns to win that encounter type of a deal. There are different conditions for the elite fights. But yeah, sometimes you get these guys which you can attack them and gain a little bit of gold, and if you kill them then you get more gold, and they just flee after the fight. You could think of it kind of as like mugger or looter in Slay the Spire. So go after him. As soon as we spend the energy with Tara, we gain access to her ultimate, which deals 18 damage and gives us back 3 ultimate charge if it's lethal. We gain energy and draw a card when we play our ultimate, and we gain energy and draw a card when we defeat an enemy with her. So she's at 4 energy now. So yeah, she's legit. At least to me. Maybe she's not. I mean, look at this. What's this? This poison stuff seems a little out of place right now. Let's apply some regen to our comrades. And this guy's ultimate is actually kind of insane in my opinion. He, you gain 5 regeneration and cleanse in the area. Cleanse heals your minor debuffs that enemies will apply to you, stuff like burn. It heals that. So we have a bunch of regen loaded up right now, although this guy's still a little bit damaged, and now we're burned again, but I think that we're probably in a pretty good shape to we spend 2 more energy. We can dash on over to this guy, grab our ultimate because our ultimate meter is now full. In fact, we could teleport over here, and there we go. I like that rocket jump plus. Gain our gold. Now we get a choice of an artifact. Gain 1 Fury at the start of the turn per minion on the board. So we don't have any minions right now, but that is an aspect of the game. Apply 3 burn forward at the start of each turn. That could be something we're interested in doing. Reduce all poison, hex, and burn UC by 1. Nothing wrong with that. Apply 3 burn forward at the start of each turn. Is that something that we are super involved in? Reduce all poison, hex, and burn UC by 1. I think I'll pick that just because it's, we can just forget about it. Like, we can just put it on, put this robe on our Angorn and forget about it. Okay, so apply 2 backlash per card in the target's hand, so ally's hand. I think Spirit Cocoon is really nice. Touche is also quite solid. Shield Steal gives you shield equal to 100% of the damage that you dealt to the enemy's health. So 6 shield and 4 regen. I do like this card quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take it, I think, for now. And then you can equip it right here. And this is what I was talking about, was you can click this and it equips it. You can go into your backpack and see that you have this card now. But let's say we want to remove Bramble Skin just so we could draw Spirit Cocoon more often. It won't let you remove it right now. And it even says cannot equip cards during battle up there. But that's a lie because we just equipped Spirit Cocoon. So I think at this point, the game thinks that you're still in the fight. Your backpack thinks that you're still in the fight. But so you have to click continue here and then go to your backpack and make that change if you want. So that would be one quality of life thing that I would want to point out is when I see I'm equipping something right there, I'd like to go to my backpack and then make further adjustments. Like right then, it's the smallest thing in the world once again, but just is in the name of polish. So this is the reason why we were headed in this direction, was to visit locations in Uzir. Oh, and the other locations right here. So we can absolutely get that done. This will unlock when we beat this battle that is adjacent to it, and we can arrange for that, I think. So the elite battles give you 2 essence. We want to continue in the Scorched Lands, right? Destroy 20 enemies in Scorched Lands, visit 1 location in Anador. And we get to pick an artifact when we visit this second location. Oh, that's huge. So let's go ahead and take this assault battle, I would say. So it's just hallway fights. This is hallway fights for now. But there's tons of ways to get stronger and to, you know, that this is the rite of passage. This is the, you know, your jawworm and your, you know, get used to them. They're your friends, right? They're gonna be here. They're gonna be here for whatever run you load up. But if you start in a different area, there will be different hallway fights present. I don't really think we need to be too precise. This is the first level, and like I said, there's better stuff to kind of think about and address. But we can use Brambo's Skin here on this guy that's multi-attacking. That seems like good practice. I'll save energy. I don't think 2 poison is really worth too much consideration right now. But the sound effects and like everything, it's very satisfying. It's nice how it all plays out. And let's see here, 6 shield and 4 regen. That's something that we could apply to ourselves. It seems perfect to apply to ourselves. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, then we get our ultimate. So I think at this point, swap, use our ultimate, apply vulnerable to this guy, dash into the area, knock him out, get energy and draw a card, which satisfies me far more than it should. And then swap back here because we had 6 block there. I think that's fair. Oh, another elusive enemy. All right. All right. I don't know how often they actually appear, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the rocket jump, swap places, draw a card while we're at it, and then start working on him. I think I did that backwards because our ultimate's 18. So go ahead and get rid of him. Refund 3 Fury, gain a bunch of gold. I didn't see how much it actually gained, but look at how much energy we have right now. Actually, kind of nasty. Oh, we're taking 5 damage in the area. Are you serious? No, bro. No. This guy's gonna make us in the fight not at full health. It looks like. So you might be asking yourself, well, let's finish this floor first. But okay, so that's an upgraded one. Yeah, I think I'll take an upgraded one as well for sure and equip it, and then continue, and then go to the backpack and remove something like Bramble's skin because it's a little expensive. We're at 4 out of 5 essence, so we're very close to getting stronger. The way that this run ends is every node that we visit and do something at, I might have already explained the Cataclysm bar. When it hits 30, there starts kind of a timer toward the end of the run. You start having to be prompted with fighting the boss. We'll get to it, but a run is going to take maybe like 2 hours on average to me. So we've fulfilled our little requirement that was down here, and now we get to choose one of these rewards. Deal 2 light damage whenever an enemy deals damage to you. Apply a burn whenever an enemy hits you. Gain 3 shield whenever you play a light or elemental card. So this seems extremely good to me. A lighter elemental card, so that's a red card or a yellow card, of course. So you've got stuff like Rocket Jump, which is just going to give block for free, and you've got Spirit Cocoon to apply shield and regeneration to allies, and this could give us this. I'll put this with I'll give this to Angoran. That's my current thought, or whatever his name is. Angor. I keep forgetting Angorn. I don't know why that name is so hard for me. I got the other ones down. I got Milady and Tara down, but Angor just doesn't stand out. Not really. Angorn's a good guy. He's a good guy. Nothing wrong with him. So this is an event where you can transform a card. This is an oracle. So the light shrines. So shrines just give you, like, this is just an ability that you gain for everyone for the entire run. Like your light cards are going to produce 25% extra damage, shielding, and healing. That seems, you know, we have 2 of that Spirit Cocoon card, which is a light card that we just added. So it's kind of begging to be picked, in my opinion. And you can right click pretty much everything and see what's going on. So shock deals light damage in an area per stack on hit. This actually seems really powerful. I hadn't seen this. I've seen shock before, but I didn't know that about draw smiting. I'm gonna rock the light power though. It kind of makes sense to me. Light cards produce extra damage, shielding, and healing. Don't have to worry about anything at all. Don't have to equip that to anyone. It just goes up here in this top corner. Because it is a shrine, sort of a... I don't know what this is actually like called. It's just a buff that we have forever. And they can't take it away, ever. So let's take a look at some cards. Adding another threat to the Cataclysm bar every time we do something at a node. I think... So Angorn has a little bit more direction right now. Oh, whoops, I keep clicking up there. That's not right. You go to the artifacts right here. He's got 3 shield whenever you play a lighter elemental card. So I find that sometimes that makes me want to make him even stronger. Milady has this dodge that I'm going to want to upgrade at some point. Has this frostbolt. And we don't have anything for... So let's give Tara a little bit of love. Okay, so this deals double damage if a target has poison. Well, that seems to work fine. We got Angorn, who can also apply poison. And then we have a couple of traps. So you can set these, and they soak up damage, and then when they do that, you see what I'm saying, right? Like, apply 3 poison forward, and then we could... Like, I don't think Toxic Arrow was very good. Obsidian Arrow is maybe a little bit better. So let's like rock the Noxious Trap maybe. So the ultimate plus... Well, I'll tell you what if we actually rocked the 12 card deck, because it really doesn't matter. All our cards are kind of doing the same thing. It's not like there's a card that we want to see all that much more often. So now we gained access to an upgraded ultimate, which is 26 damage. And then we add 2 more cards, and it becomes even easier to charge our ultimate. That's a strategy I hadn't really played into. I always just kept my deck trimmed at 9 cards. But we'll try it out for this run. It seems fine. And all right, let's see what's going on at this event. Why not? Duplicate a non-legendary ability of your choice. Are you serious? So I could just duplicate that. And then we have his artifact that's gaining shield whenever you play a lighter elemental card. Unless that happens to be a legendary ability. I didn't think it was. And if we had this upgraded, we could also do it with that and then gain infinite block using a lady's starting ability. But rest assured, I have not executed an infinite in this game so far. So that says something, I think. So it's probably, I think, showing up there to upgrade a card. And I like these options here. That feels pretty good. You can restore 40 to a specific one or 20 to everyone. I'm going to go ahead and just upgrade the dodge. Just in case we get another opportunity to upgrade a card, I'm going to want dodge to be the card that's upgraded and make it cost 0. Yeah, I'm going to click OK. And I think that's probably productive enough use of a given floor. Oh yeah, we need to actually add the rocket jump to the deck, and I think at this point we could probably lose a... I kind of want to keep Vine Lashes just because she gets benefit if allies are... she does double damage with the Shadowwood Arrow if the enemy has poison on them. So let's like lose a rejuvenation, I think, because I want to see the rocket jumps pretty frequently. I wish there was a way you could sort the deck pretty fast, like a button to sort the deck quickly. Maybe there is one and I just overlooked it. Let's visit this Oracle. Yeah, so we can transform a card if we would like. We can also transform an artifact if we would like as well, into an artifact of a higher rarity. And I think I actually want to try that because I don't think the Apprentice Robes is doing a whole lot. So let's give that a try. Your multi-strike cards hit an extra time. I like this. I've had this on me lady before. Yeah. But apply 2 burn whenever you play an elemental card on an enemy. That could crack out her damage output too. But I like the multi-strike cards hitting in extra time. So now I almost feel more inclined to add something like Riposte into the deck all of a sudden. But yeah, we'll give her the Brass Knuckles. Still nothing on Tara. And at this point, we're probably strong enough to take a shard battle, but I would really prefer if we could approach that shard battle with having gotten 5 out of 5 essence. So this is upgrade cards for gold, and this is loot cache. So let's go ahead and take on the Breach Elite battle first, so that we can be strong enough to take on the shard elite battle, break through into the into that area. So these guys, they like cleanse themselves. No, they don't. That's a different fight apparently, as I can see right here. And there's different keywords. Sorry about that. There's different keywords as well. That we will get to when we get to. Like, it seems like a lot, but now that I'm looking at it and having to, you know, kind of talk about it, a game that I'm not used to talking about, but that's fine. So deal 5 damage AoE, gain 14 shield. Let's just focus on the Scorpion first, I think. But the 2 rocket jumps, oh no, dude. Just get, you know, 6 block for free. That's no big deal. I just think that it's funny, because it's like, it's just silly to me. So let's go ahead and now this deals double damage if the enemy has poison. We got a little combo. Draw a card per enemy targeting you. Dash. So if we wanted, we could do something like this, and then this guy's now targeting us down our lane. We could use this, draw a card, use our 2 energy to brass knuckles, multi-strike cards hit the extra time. And yeah, we could go ahead and just get that guy again. Maybe apply some rejuvenation over here in addition. So you can see these guys have this buff that restores 6 health at the start of each turn. So I think it makes sense to take out the Scorpion first. And we can reduce this guy's incoming damage by half with slow. So that's nice. And our ultimate is now, what was it, like 23 or something? So we could lunge on over to this guy and... Oh, we're not really close to getting Tara's ultimate up right now, which is fine. We can pounce on him, make him vulnerable, and then... Yeah, the explosive trap is just not really conducive to like what I would want to do with this character. Now I can't finish him off with that. I hate that. That's all I wanted to do. I can set this in front and it soaks up damage. It's supposed to, but this is doing damage in the area. So I'm gonna just apply some shield and regen here. It's not yeah, that wasn't a very good turn. I need to get rid of that trap thing. I mean, the traps are fine, like they do soak up damage, they do 5 damage in the area there, like that's cool and everything. Apply 3 poison forward. But I want to be able to like play into her starting ability as much as possible. That's kind of the way that I've devised it. So now we are supposed to like attack this barrel until it goes away. That's the plan. We had no enemy targeting us, so that didn't do anything. I'll just go ahead and attack it. Why not? Set a trap. And I mean, rocket jump, I guess. Apply some shield and backlash to Tara. And so yeah, the barrel says that it is respawning in 1 turn, and then after that it will say it's respawning next turn. So I think that that could be changed to say respawning in 2 turns, and then say respawning next turn. That is just a suggestion. And once you destroy this barrel, you win the fight. That's the point. And the enemy respawns if you don't defeat the barrel within 2 turns, I believe it is. Draw a card whenever you empty your hand once per turn. We don't really have a way to play into that right now. I'll shock you, trigger, deals critical damage. Draw a card the first time you play a melee card in a turn. I think that's probably going to work, and we can put that on me lady. She's the only one that's like playing melee attacks. Deal 6 damage, shield steal. I like it. Double the amount of shield if a target has regen. That's a lot of shield, but I think we're actually doing okay. At the same time, like we do have that artifact that increases the number on this, so that's cool. Applying burn. Burn is the same thing as poison, more or less, but it's not, because it's not giving Tara's arrow the critical damage that it deserves. So I actually do think I want to... oh, we can't edit the deck right here, that's right. I'll add the 2 shape plus and go ahead and equip it. Go into the backpack. Oh yeah, and we got our 2 essence from that elite fight, so now we can make any of these gain an energy. So, who shall that be? Normally I would pick Angorn, but his kit is actually pretty cheap right now. We have added 2 of these, but they just replaced Brambleskins, and we have these 2 0-cost rocket jumps. And meanwhile, Tara... I just feel like Tara is going to benefit more. Her kit seems a little bit pricey overall. And her ultimate seems like it's taking longer to charge, but I don't know. I like Angorn getting like Angorn first, and like there's plenty of opportunity to get more essence, and we'll do the next one for Tara, and then Milady's kit's pretty cheap, so we can hold off on that for now. Show up at this loot cache, and then make adjustments to our deck as necessary. So we have a potion finally, and I don't know if I've described this yet or not, but the way potions work in the game is they are consumable for the run. That's not the right way to say it. They're consumable for the fight, but not for the run. So like you can equip the potions and then use them one time during fights, and that is their take on the consumable. It's not that like you use it and it's gone forever. You can equip them and then use them as needed in fights. I actually like it quite a bit. So your cards gain piercing when you play them on enemy. That means the attacks go through shields. Gain 2 backlash whenever you change lanes. I'll rock the cleaver. And I think that could be nice for... I'll just put that on Milady for now. But maybe that's better for... maybe Milady is the one that like wears him down. Milady, I don't know what the name is. I'll give it to Tara instead. So now we can go to our items and see that we have this potion right here. So Dispel removes minor buffs that an enemy might have, and we'll just get to that when we get to that. I think that's the way to do it. So that's our current relic lineup right now, or our artifact lineup. We can go to this event if we would like. This isn't really the direction I cared to go, but the thing about the events is that they don't take up your cataclysm meter if you just leave. Receive a random item. You are famished and need some sustenance. Receive a random item. I mean, okay. Nice. So now we have the ability to draw 3 cards in a fight whenever we would like, 1 time per fight. That's what that means. There's another event right here, so we could take on this assault battle if we wanted to. Or we could kind of head into the area where we're destroying enemies in Scorched Lands and visiting a location in Anadar. Really, there's no rush to like go over here and address anything over there, so let's take on the Shard battle. This is going to be a hard fight, and you have the option of making it even harder, but with a certain, like how in Slay the Spire you can get the super elites with Metallicize and strength and max HP. This is like that. You can do that here, and then you get to unlock a free Oracle, and the Oracle floors have been very good for us. So are we okay with enemies always targeting our weakest hero in exchange for that? Normally what I've been saying is yes. So if like sometimes it'll be very clear that you don't want whatever buff it is they're proposing to, but if you can do it, then I think it's gonna be worth it. And so these are classified as major buffs. So Dispel was only for minor buffs, I think, right? Expire, apply 3 poison forward. So this guy, he's cleansing himself, so we don't want to prompt him to poison himself. I think, now I don't remember if those attacks, if those like constitute as attacks. So if, triggers when the minion dies. So like, I don't know how long it's going to be for the Noxious Trap to actually work here. I'll go ahead and apply shield and regen to myself here. It looks like we are being threatened indeed for 10 damage. So, and this guy applies 6 burn the first time he's dealt direct damage in a turn. Fortunately, Angorn's ultimate cleanses, so it's not something we really have to worry too much about. And I'm gonna work on this guy on the right here. I think that makes sense. So it decreases damage dealt by 50%, but he's not dealing damage. He's just applying burn, so it's not really super productive. But we can try to deal a little bit of damage. Multi-hit card hits 3 times. First time we play a melee card. Each combat we draw a card, or each turn rather. So that's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the 3 poison forward. That's fine. And then I don't remember if this guy cleansed. I don't remember his attack order. stuff that I didn't pay all that much attention to. And I should have actually, I gave this guy an extra energy each turn. There was no reason for me not to play whatever one of the cards I didn't play. There was no reason because it was gaining. He would have had max energy next turn no matter what. So we're actually being taxed for quite an amount right now. It's an amount. So what minor buffs do these guys? So it says remove all enemies' minor debuffs, but it still has this minor debuff of burn, which applies 6 burn the first time it's dealt direct damage in a turn. Or no, oh, burn is just classified as a minor debuff, but this actual ability it has is not a minor debuff. So that's why the spell thing has felt so bad to me. I'm learning as I go, like I'm learning, you know. So does this actually, did that do it? Did that apply poison to him? That's how that works when it expires. Yeah, because minion dies when you play another minion over it. That's how minions work, I guess. I don't want to get into too much on all of that, but so this guy's apply 4 burn in an area. I'm gonna move on over. Apply some shield and regen over here. Let's go ahead and poison this guy. We had a shield steel card, so we didn't really need to protect Milady. We probably should protect Tara. But who knows? Oh yeah, I just applied 6 burn to us. Applies 6 burn the first time it's dealt direct damage in a turn, so that's not smart. But at least we get his yeah, I'll apply burn to ourselves again, that's fine. Dodge, draw a card for each enemy targeting you. And now we have our ultimate ready for next turn, and we're probably gonna get Angorn's ultimate for next turn as well, so we can cleanse all of our minor debuffs of this silly amount of burn all around us. And yeah, that's the important thing. Like, I'll apply some shield and regen here, cleanse everyone's burn, and so if the target has poison, this deals critical damage, so we can rocket jump over so Tara can be here so she can get critical damage on this guy. Once we make him vulnerable, this is going to do 12 damage now for 1, so that's pretty nice. So we could do like we also are very close to having our ultimate ready here. 39 because he's vulnerable. Wow. So that's 2 energy, 2 card draws, and then we could do critical damage to this guy now as burn damage in that area. Maybe we don't even need to worry about the Tomb Crawler at the moment. Like, maybe we could just smork the Plane Stalker. Save 1 energy perhaps. Apply a little bit more poison. We can always draw 3 cards whenever we would need to for this fight. And our regen is being used here. 10 shield and 6 regen. That's huge. That relic that this guy's got, or artifact, whatever, is more than sufficient. Apply 3 poison forward. Sure, I am just gonna try to get rid of this guy. I think that's probably the right way to go. And so we have 4 energy here. We can use that to charge up Milady's ult, and then we can combine Milady's ultimate with Tara's ultimate and get a lot of damage. That's my current thoughts. And the first time we play a melee card each turn, we draw a card. That would be the reason why. So now it's vulnerable, and we can do something like... And this guy's trying to attack the, you know, whoever we have with the lowest health, but it's they're not working very well in tandem, these two, it appears. Now they are. But this guy's dealing 9 damage and applying 3 weak in an area. If I burn in an area. But you could still redirect him if we, you know, what if we teleport here? And this guy's still fixated forward. I'm not really sure why that is off the top of my head. Why he doesn't. Maybe the attack isn't a ranged attack, it's a melee attack. Yeah, it's a melee attack, but in an area. That makes sense. But we could dodge past again if we wanted. We can apply a fair amount of regen to ourselves, to our team. Melee is at 70 out of 70, so I don't know why don't know why I wanted to help her out. It's just the red kind of indicates to me that there is missing HP, but it's not. It's just an indicator of the damage that's incoming. So yeah, that's a me problem. First world problem. And so he's taken 16 even through the 9 block he's got, because that is he's being targeted because he's got the lowest health right now by the dude in the middle. I'm gonna just Milady's blocking a bit. I'll let that happen. Tara is. Oh, you know what? Let's because we're 1 away from getting our ultimate on Angorn. Yeah, let's apply. Let's do that so we can get our ultimate charge up by the last little meter. Apply cleanse and regen to everyone in the area, and that helps a lot actually. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. So this is a Shard Elite fight. Like, these are this is legit, you know. It's a legit encounter, and 4 shield and 3 backlash. So yeah, I mean, this guy's trying to attack multiple times. It seems fine. Wow. So we've been weakened, decreases our damage dealt by 1 per stack, and all the stacks go away at the end of the turn. This guy did that, right? Or maybe this guy, I wasn't paying enough attention, to be honest. But as we know, poison does not get affected by weaken. We can use this to try to, you know, absorb some of the damage. And we can still charge our ultimate by a pretty fair amount, gain a little bit of block here. Oh. I want this guy to attack forward into the trap naturally. And so hopefully we could spend all 4 of our energy next turn to put our ultimate online. And perfect. Cleanse ourselves, and then this guy's applying 9 burn. I think it actually is I mean, it's fine, we could just end the fight now, but it might be more precise to wait a turn for this 18 regen to heal you. You know, but the run is taking quite a while because I'm explaining everything pretty thoroughly. That hopefully will be just fine. Draw a card whenever you dash up to 3 times a turn. Yeah, I like that. Apply a haste whenever you play a card on an ally up to 3 times a turn. I like this a lot, actually. Haste means that they're going to draw a card the next time they play a card. That's what applying 1 stack of haste means. So if they had 2 haste, they're going to draw a card the next 2 times they play a card. So whenever you play a card on the ally, they gain haste. That seems very good for our dude. But I do like the fencing boots too. For our Angorn. Yes. Apply 7 regen and 2 haste. I mean, more haste. Shockwave's also fine. That's light damage that gets supported by our light power. I like this. Multistrike 8, deal 1 damage in the area. Yeah, that seems a lot of fun, and it's upgraded too. So let's rock that. And then when you beat a Shard Elite, you get the ability to restore 20 health to everyone, and then you get your Oracle. So we can transmute a card or do something with an artifact. This deck I didn't actually end up summing up at all. It's pretty bad. So let's lose the Flesh Strike. I like the Frostbolt. This seems useful to be able to do. And Lunge is really important, being able to dash and gain block for doing so. But I hate losing the Dual Strike. I don't remember what the ultimate really was. I'll try the... No, that's not what I want to do. Okay. I'll lose 1 lunge. That's probably fine. We'll keep the deck at 9 cards right now. So upgrading a card. Upgrading a card would be like Frostbolt does double damage when it's upgraded. Could upgrade the other Spirit Cocoon. And we could... I mean, that's going to do double damage when we play it. So the upgrade is bigger than it looks. I'm going to rock the card transform. And we'll just do a Toxic Arrow. It's fine. Okay. 5 piercing damage is probably okay. That goes through shield. I mean, it's not super remarkable, but it's there. It's there now. Maybe just need to try to get more cards for her so she can have an even stronger ultimate. That's an idea for you. There's another Oracle right there, and there's a Forge right there where you can buy artifacts. So let's take this Assault Battle, unlock both of those nodes. Yeah, the Potion of Clarity is fantastic. Yeah, so the shield potion's not really super special. Go ahead and set a trap. Apply some shield and regen to me lady, I suppose. This dude, I really feel like he cleanses himself, but I could just have looked at the... I could have just seen if he did or not. Draw a card per... oh, and since... So we gave her haste, and then she's also drawn a card per enemy targeting her. And, yeah, then we could do something like... What, do we get all the dual strikes in the hand? And they increase by 1 for each one that she plays, so... Yeah. That character's satisfying. I like me lady. Because this is a game where you could imagine being rewarded for... playing a lot of attacks or a lot of cards like that. That would just be a possibility that occurs. That's a thing, yeah. So Spire, apply 3 poison forward. So we could set the trap on top of another trap, because that would be my primary concern. Is I want to be able to gain that energy and card draw immediately and take advantage of it now, similar with Gremlin Horn. So that's why setting the trap thing doesn't seem like a fantastic way to approach the character, but since you can get the effect by 5 damage in that area by setting another trap, then like I'm learning more and more about this game just as I go about it. So let's apply a little bit of regen, so that gives her a haste, so next time we play a card she draws another card. I probably should have done that first. Let's see if this is not worth ever playing again, ever. Taking a bunch of damage. Oh, this guy has backlash. Deals 1 nature damage to the attacker when attacked. So, okay. The more you know. Spikers these days. Yeah. So... I don't know. I'm gonna just target that guy. Dodge. Gain a little bit of block. Apply some regen to me, lady. And just got a full hand, drew back into slice and dice. We're starting to move now. You know, we're starting to actually move a little bit. And I bet you we could have dispelled that. We could have dispelled that backlash. So, yeah, there's... This is, yeah, there's stuff to keep track of. Not like there's any more that you really need to keep track of than something like Slay the Spire. It's just been so long since I've really engrossed myself in another game like Slay the Spire that I'm going to be overlooking stuff like that, and that is something I have to come to accept. So, yeah, it would have been good to have Tara finish him off, but Tara was all the way over here. She was not ready. Gain 2 energy back. Draw 2 cards back. And can apply poison, deal critical damage there. Rocket jump on over. Heal the minor debuffs that we had. Draw a card the first melee attack you play. Draw a pile. It's reshuffled now. And we can slide on over. Grab our ultimate, finish him off. So beautiful. Deck is kind of, the run is kind of coming together. I feel intentional. Retain, deal 10 damage, deal 5 extra damage per arrow card in your hand. I like it. Deal damage equal to your current shield value for 0. Shield bash plus. Card looks remarkable. Card looks remarkable. Serious? Oh yeah, we can't equip cards during the battle, which is not the battle, it's the reward screen, but still we can't. Yeah, I think we'll give, we reached 5 essence, we'll give her another energy. I think Milady's kit is pretty cheap on average, although we do have slice and dice here. With the dodge plus and the shield bash, like that's pretty dope. And in fact, that kind of makes me want to replace, I don't know, Frostbolt's cool and all. It did us well, I suppose. But now we can maybe replace it with something like Lunge, drop a dual strike, keep the deck nice and slim as we kind of go about it like that. Maybe Slice and Dice Plus isn't super fantastic. I mean, that's 3 cost for 8 damage, 9 damage in an area with our relic. And it's not like every time we hit an enemy we apply burn or something like that. We don't have something like that right now. So we could probably put the Slice and Dice away, replace it with the Dual Strike, or maybe Frostbolt for now. I think I'll just keep the Dual Strike. So, destroy 20 enemies in Scorched Lands. Still quite possible. I do want to unlock the Forge. We were here, so now we gotta do that assault battle. Alright, that's fine. We beat these 2 fights, we get access to that crate right there. And yeah, I feel pretty intentional about the run at this point, for sure. You like apply 3 poison forward when it gets destroyed, deal critical damage if the enemy has poison. It's a little slow in the way that we've built it so far. I love that brass knuckles. It's an extra time. The sound effects are nice. They're satisfying. So you can shield steal and then deal damage equal to your current shield value. Kind of nice. Get in there. And this guy's vulnerable. Go ahead and get rid of him. Gain energy and draw a card. And I think this guy cleanses himself in some attack patterns, so I'm gonna just stack poison on the other dude. And why did we draw a card again? Whenever you destroy an enemy or play ultimate. I don't know why. Oh, because we applied haste to ourselves with the artifact that comes with. Yeah, the druidic familiar. Yeah. Yeah. Taking some damage. That's okay though. Heal 9, then regen will expire. Spirit Cocoon. So now we apply a haste to Tara again. That's nice actually. And we could do something like set a trap in the area, draw a card. Enemy has poison. Get that critical damage. Get our ult ready. Get this ult ready. Cleanse ourselves. It's a lot of damage. It's not lethal. We probably could have got lethal damage with it if, you know, if we used Milady and we're a little bit smarter about it. We could apply more shield and regen here. And that's fine. Full HP, as we can tell. And two rocket jumps is so clown-like. So does that draw a card per enemy targeting you as you dash past them? Like, would that draw 2 cards if enemies are attacking you forward? Ooh. The 5 damage being multiplied by the vulnerable. So gain a ward. Ward is increases shield and healing received by 50%. Yeah, that seems good. And it's a combo, so if another Arcana card was played on the turn, then you get increased shielding and healing, which seems like it'd be good for the card that does damage based on the. Yeah, well, Venomous Dart might happen, but yeah, I think Valiant Strike kind of makes sense. You gotta be a little careful. I mean, I think it's probably better for decks to be a little bit streamlined as opposed to trying to do too much stuff like, you know, now probably get rid of this dual strike. Oh, we can't on the screen. Yeah, I would really ask for that to be fixed because that's just it kind of adds up, those little interactions. So we get to gain a new artifact when we hop into a forge and deal 6 light damage to the lowest. Your non-self cards can target any lane, so that would be for Angorn. That would kind of help him. Or we could attack anyone with arrows with Tara. I think that makes sense. And then we can take a look at more stuff. And we have a bunch of money. I mean, you could re-roll this for 50 gold as well. I don't want the robes. I got rid of them. All minions on the board gain 2/2 at the start of each turn. So that's the traps. They would be gaining +2/+2. Deal 2 light damage whenever an enemy deals damage to you. Well, let's re-roll it, see what is out there. Gain 1 might whenever you change lanes. That seems really nice for me, lady. Gain 1 shield whenever you hit an enemy. Like, yeah, can we buy both of these? And then let's do a little bit of surgery now. So, gain a might whenever you change lanes. Gain a shield whenever you hit an enemy. So this, yeah, so you can only have 3. That's right. You can only have 3 artifacts equipped, and then there's like character-specific ones called heirlooms that you could find, and then you can equip those from there. But, you know, we can grab ourselves a hammer and the long sight, so now we can target anyone that we want with our arrows. We are gaining might whenever we change lanes. We're getting... Yeah, our attacks are going to hit. Next time we draw a card, and the first time we play a melee card a turn. We have 2 potions, and yeah, I think we're doing pretty well. We have a bunch of gold, and we could go back in here, and it doesn't add to the Cataclysm sort of threat, and we could reroll again if we wanted. and take a look at more stuff that's going on. I'm going to hop into the Oracle and, well, let's transmute an artifact into a new artifact of a higher rarity. Why not? I don't really know how that entirely works just yet. So, excuse me, I'm not a big fan of the cleaver. Shield is shield. We can kind of work past it. Apply one burn whenever you hit an enemy. Absolutely. So now all of a sudden I'm going to I'll put the slice and dice in there. Slice and dice plus, right? Is this ever gonna come up? Increase the shield and healing received? Maybe for some fights if we feel like we need it, I guess. But I don't know. I like the dual strikes. That's the issue. And maybe it's worth actually making the deck thicker so we can get stronger ultimate. But right now there's we have the Frostbolt too. So Pounce is doing 14 instead. Is that really worth it to get a Pounce that's doing 4 more damage? You bloat your deck and prevent yourself from drawing cards that you want to draw. I don't know. I'll lose one lawn just fine. And I burn whenever you hit an enemy, so we can lose Short Sword. We have the ability to gain card draw from the relics that are from this dude's relics. His I'm calling them relics. We don't even. This guy doesn't have like a melee attack card. So it's kind of pointless to put this on him, but that's okay. That's what we're doing. And yeah, I want that loot cache, so let's go ahead and take on this assault battle. Then after that, we'll take on the Shard Elite battle at 5 out of 5 essence. And that will let us increase Melee's energy. That's kind of the current plan that I've got. Just using it to stay in place. It doesn't really matter all too much. Just attack that guy twice. Oh, that wasn't smart. It doesn't really matter, he said, as the you know, now I don't have this in the area right now. It won't hit everyone. I thought that might draw into the rocket again. I can't believe I just burned 2 rockets. And I mean, we'll do it anyway. That's really bad though. I should have done that in the middle. That's really bad. It's just a hallway fight though. So it's not like we're really in trouble. Oh, maybe I should have done that on Milady, so because of that card. It's a tough marriage between trying to play fast and proficiently. And we have we're debuffed. We're sundered. I think this guy or someone sundered us, which cuts our shielding in half. That's fine. And increases shielding and healing received by 50%. Have we played an arcane card this turn? So does that apply to our starting relic as well? Our Blade Dance. Does that will we gain 3 shield whenever we play a arcane card? No, we do not. So it is only increasing the shielding and healing received by cards. That would be nice to specify if that's the case, if I'm reading that right. Which I might just not be reading that right, but I think I am reading it right. So... Oh, this guy's elusive? Are we gonna be able to get him though? I should be taking the turns first with Angorn. Because Angorn, when he gives allies haste, they're gonna draw a card per, like, I just need to respect that. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get him. But you still attack him and gain a little bit of gold. Oh, hold on now. Oh no. Oh, we gain energy and draw a card though. Oh, I cannot believe I messed that up. I messed that up, man. Oh no, he went away. He went away. Right? We got him. It's at the end of the turn. I keep forgetting if poison happens at the end of our turn or the enemy's turn. It happens at the end of our turn. Yeah. Okay. So, at this point... and then they get a burn for each. Yes. Lunge on over. Pounce on him. The skull indicates, by the way, that the damage that's being presented is indeed lethal. So that is what we are doing here right now. Oh, enchant 3, so that means that you get this effect for 3 turns. Apply 2 poison whenever you hit an enemy with an arrow. That is something we could do. Patient strike, retain, deal 10 damage. And you have to pick something. Like, you have to pick something. I'll take the poison coating. I'm not not really in love with it, but maybe that could come up. And we do want more cards for her so that her ultimate could be... it could cost 1 less fury to get her ultimate. That's the prerequisite there. And then that would probably make us a bit stronger. Let's head on over to the loot cache. Yeah, that's a nice potion to be able... that's a nice ability to have. Reduce the cost of the first card you play each turn by 1 AP. I mean, that's fantastic. That's almost the same as getting an energy every turn for free. An AP each turn for free. Deals 7 elemental damage to all enemies whenever you play a card. The cost of 3 AP or more, so we do have that with me, lady. I'll rock the twin flintlocks, though. And honestly, like, on anyone, this is pretty good. Reduce the cost of the first card you play each turn by 1, like... yeah. I think I'll do that with me lady. Yeah, because she's got the expensive card and she doesn't have the she doesn't have a 4th increased AP yet. Increased energy. We can show up at this alchemist and buy another potion if we want. Destroy 20 enemies in scorched lands. We need to visit 1 location in Anador. All the way up here. Right, so the plan was to like go along this way. Let's go to the elemental shrine, get a free big buff. Not free, nothing's free because the threat meter is increasing. Scorching, apply it. 4 burn, draw a card. Spend, you get that card shuffled in your draw pile for everyone. Your battles start with 3 fury. Yeah, your heroes start battles with 3 fury. That seems amazing. But the wrath card is also really nice. Deals 10 damage and then draws a card and goes away just a ranged elemental attack. I'll rock the fervor. Start each battle with some ultimate charge. That's fantastic. And yeah, let's show up here and let's look at some more cards for Tara. Tara needs to figure out how she's going to carry her weight. Applying vulnerable on command seems like something that she should be able to do at this point, so go ahead and equip that. Apply 2 haste. That's something we could do as well. I don't know if she's really going to need to do that. Yeah, I don't know if she's really going to need to do that. but it's fine. So let's see here. We get the card anyway, of course, but I guess this deck is kind of fine. Maybe getting another explosive trap in there is probably better. Like, you can polish up the deck however much as you continue to play or not. It's totally up to you. But it's probably a good idea to polish it more than I currently am at the end of the day. Let's drop an Obsidian Arrow for the ability to apply haste to whoever we want. I mean, applying Dispel to all enemies hasn't really felt like it has done much at all. So maybe it's a good idea to go on over to the Alchemist and gain a new potion. So gain a power. Power is increases your damage dealt by 50%. So it's that damage increase, and you can just apply that whenever. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm pretty happy about that. Potion of Lucidity is, of course, very good. Applying slow to an enemy out of nowhere is also really nice. We can replace the Pulse Grenade with Scroll of Power. Drawing 3 cards, choosing a card from discard pile, adding it to the hand will suffice for me for now. I think we're at 20 or 30 right now, so we're actually getting pretty. We're more than half baked at this point. And that's an Oracle, so you could transmute card here, here, here. I'll start right here. See if we can't get a nice artifact. Like, what do we not? Oh, did I not equip the twin flintlocks to anything? Whoops. I guess. I forgot that we even had Zora's Long Sight. Oh yeah, this isn't doing anything. That's right, that's right. Apply 3 weak whenever you deal critical damage. First melee card you play each turn deals critical damage. That's actually really nice. Yeah. Increase the burn, hex, and poison you apply from abilities by 1. Abilities being cards. Unfortunately, that's not really doing all that much then. First melee card you play each turn deals critical damage. That should be fine. I mean, if it's not doing anything, it's not doing anything. That's okay. So yeah, at this point, reduce the cost of the... It's hard for me to figure out how to find the heirloom stuff. There might be an easier way to... You know, we have Druidic Familiar. I don't really know how we managed to get the heirloom relic for him faster. Just the first card you play each turn by 2. Gain 1 might whenever you change lanes. Multi-strike cards hit an extra time. Apply burn every time you hit someone, so like she wants to hit. You want multi-hit attacks on her now. We've kind of structured it that way. We'll do it like that. That's okay. So it didn't do anything on that floor, more or less. Destroy 20 enemies in Scorched Lands. We get to pick a minion when we visit a location in Anador, all the way up here. We went to the Alchemist already, so we still have this event. And these shard battles exist. Oh, your party loses 100 gold, gain 2 essence. Absolutely. Yeah. So we're at 4 out of 5 now. That, yeah, we can complete like this Assault Elite battle. So we can unlock this Oracle. And then we, or maybe this event as well. It doesn't matter too much. Oh, the same event again. So now our essence bleeds over. And we can make me lady have 4. For example, and you can also instead increase the number of cards that you draw each turn, but I just find that the energy tends to be the way to go for me. Angorn, what is Angorn exactly doing right now? I mean, he's doing a good job. He's doing a pretty good job. It's been a while since we actually did a fight, so I don't really know what the team needs right now. I'm gonna try Angorn though. Oh yeah, this is a good card. Enchant 3. So you gain the effect of applying extra card. Like this is, yeah. Yeah, that's a good floor. I think so at least. Apply 16 shield, 6 backlash, and 2 haste for 3 energy. So this is, I guess, a legendary card. That's why it's colored as such. Is that right? That's why it's glowing like that? Maybe I'm wrong about that, because some characters have like legendary cards you can only have 1 copy of. Maybe it's just because it's a light card that is glowing that way. I would be surprised if that's a legendary card, but it might be. Maybe that's better than I think it is. Right now it seems kind of average. I mean, 5 cost is a lot. Draw or 2 cost cards and then this in the same hand. Really, I'm just happy about Wild Bloom. These cards are miserable. These 2 poison, we need to just get rid of that. Apply 10 shield and in a combo. If we played another card of the same color, which I'm guessing is nature. I'm guessing that means nature card, then we cleanse. Yeah, I think so. And we can lose Bramble. So like, yeah, it's a good idea to kind of like polish your deck as you continue to conduct yourself in this run. And I don't remember if there was something else that I intended on doing here or not. Let's gain a permanent upgrade real quick. I'm kind of just trying to get there and make this video not super obscenely long. Oh, so just shuffle this and all heroes draw passes, start combat, gain energy, draw a card, and then exhaust. Sounds good. So we're not going to be destroying 20 enemies at Scorched Lands. And we're not going to be visiting the location in Anador to pick a minion. Upgrade 2 abilities. Is it 2 random abilities? Let's see. So you could actually like go back to this forge and you could go back to that forge. And it wouldn't count toward that meter. And I want to take that fight so that then we can get the chest behind it or in front of it, beside it, and then we can take a shard elite and then gain another energy essence relic sort of an idea, or maybe even a card draw, since now we have these which are just gain energy, draw a card, exhaust, and effectiveness. That is what is going on. So 16 shield, 6 backlash, and 2 haste. So she has 3 haste now, because whenever we target an enemy, they gain haste up to 3 times a turn. So we could do something like apply 3 poison forward, and then she draws a card, gain an energy, draw a card. I want to open up with this slice and dice plus. Gain a power, so our damage is increased by 50% for this turn, but unfortunately it's a round down sort of scenario, right? So it might have been better to give that to Tara. Our ultimate's ready. So now this dude's vulnerable. And that's critical damage. Choose a card from the discard pile and add it to the hand. Ultimate is ready. This is not doing anything, huh? Pocket jump. Given the free block like that too. Go. Let's go. Flex plus, retain, gain 4 might, combo, gain 3 extra might. Wow. Your next arrow will cast an extra time. I like this. That seems nice. I don't think I used this card before. Equip it to me, lady. And then we could do something like lose Valiant Strike. I mean, it's okay. It's not incredible right now. Visit this loot cache. Choose a card from your drop on, add it to your hand. That seems pretty nice. Gain 2 shield whenever you damage an enemy that has burn. So we have deal burn to enemies whenever you attack them, and now we have gain shield whenever you damage an enemy that has burn. I'm not gonna worry about who to equip it to right now, but I'm pretty sure that's me lady, right? Like me lady has the burn everyone that attacks. The explorer's torch. Apply a burn whenever you hit an enemy. Gain a might whenever you change lanes, or your multi-strike cards hit an extra time. I like the multi-strike cards hitting an extra time. For sure. Gaining a might when you change lanes. Maybe we're just going to do more damage with burn now, and then we could... So, gain 2 shield whenever you damage an enemy that is burn. And then, apply a burn whenever you hit an enemy. Is that fair? I don't know if the order actually matters. That would be strange if it did. So, okay. Ultimate costs 1 less fury. I think I felt that last fight, so that is nice. We can always access that fire to upgrade something for gold if we need to. Yeah, this is restore health or upgrade cards for gold. Let's just go ahead and just take on this shard battle. That's fine. I don't know if... I doubt we're going to be able to make that event or that quest work. Reduce all damage taken by 50% and then decreases with 10% on hit. Fine by me. Fine by me. I didn't even see what the reward was. All I know is I'm about it. We can make it happen. So 3 haste, 16 shield, 6 backlash. Plop this right here. Gain an energy, draw a card, then we draw another card because we have haste. So we can enchant ourselves to apply poison when we hit someone with an arrow. Make this guy vulnerable. And our ultimate is already ready. Which is pretty dope. And we can even enchant her to draw an extra card at the start of the turn if we want. I'm going to enchant me lady, because she's got a whole hand of 0 cost cards that aren't doing anything. We do have this Potion of Clarity here. Save the rocket jump for a second. So this refunds the Fury of Lethal. I wonder if we can like dash on over to, or maybe rocket jump her over to play this. Why did she gain haste there? Is it just because we that count as playing a card on an ally, rocket jumping over to her? That's insane. I just noticed that. That's awesome. Oh, the slice and dice. Okay. So now we could do something like this. And then we have our ultimate ready here. We could gain a power on Tara. I should have done that first. Increase her damage by 50%. Make this guy vulnerable. It's 59. So we could... Oh, wow. Deal damage equal to your shield value. And we gain shield for damage burning enemies. So it worked. That whole combo sequence like worked. That's hilarious. I wasn't sure if it was going to. 59. So that hits 3 times. Oh, man. I mean, she gains the energy for just using it at all. But that hurts because I wanted her to get the extra energy and card draw for that. That's fine. Maybe there's something in the discard pile to add to the hand, but I wish the discard piles were just more accessible than all the way up here. Like, I don't really want to go fishing for that sort of information. That's all. Interesting. but we only have 4 energy right now. And we spent our Vigor card. Give her haste. Then we can cleanse and heal everyone in the area. We could apply haste to Milady if we want now. First ranged card we play each turn gets that benefit applied. Can pierce through. Pierce goes past the shield. Oh, it looks like restores 100% of damage dealt. Reduce all damage taken by 50%. So that's just a buff he's applying to himself this turn. Restoring 100% of the damage dealt. That's fine. Can't restore that burn just yet. Can't restore that burn. Go ahead and dash on over. And I'll just apply some shield. And maybe some regen and gain a little bit of block from spamming rocket jump. And set a new trap. Like that's fine, probably. It's fine, probably. You're supposed to play the arrow because she's gonna gain back her 4 energy on that meter anyway. Drawing 5 cards this turn. I love that enchant to draw your, so your allies can like draw more cards on the following turn. I think Angorn's really nice. So, oh, he's restoring 100% of damage dealt still. Deal damage equal to your current shield value. Let's make him vulnerable first. And then oh, I should have applied more shield to her. Need some more cards. Something like that, more or less. Oh, he's gone. I didn't even see why he went away. Oh, just all the burn? Wow. 312 gold is fantastic. Gain extra might whenever you play an elemental card, but the first arrow card you use each turn to top your drop. Power at the, I'm gonna just take that and well, I keep clicking up there. If that's not heirloom, then I don't think we really need it. Oh, add 2 light was plus to the target's hand. This is amazing. I've had this before. This triggers regeneration's effect. Applies regeneration. Retain deals 14 damage to 7 extra damage per arrow in your hand. I like Rites of Light a lot. That's an amazing card. Yeah. And I'm probably I'm gonna give extra energy to Angorn, because if Angorn can cycle through all of his cards, then he can apply everything that's needed to the others. Apply a weak to all enemies at the start of each turn seems really powerful, like an effect to gain. So that's why I like taking the hard super elite fights, right? That was a hard super elite fight. That was a shiny fight, whatever the terminology is. A shard battle. What was I doing here? Oh yeah. Rites of Light is insane. I 10 shield combo cleanse. Let's lose like one of these rejuvenations. Cycle through everything a little bit faster. We all close to destroying 20 enemies in the Scorched Lands. I don't know if we can destroy 11 enemies in 4 tiles. I mean, we could if we just took fights, like strictly fights, which is maybe possible. But maybe I just want to not make it way too long. Gain a random artifact, or gain 250 gold. We're not doing anything with our gold right now. Gain 8 shield at the start of your turn if your starting deck has 14 cards. I mean, that's something that we can do over here if we really wanted. This seems like it's good. This could come up, but I'm still not really invoking it. Ornate Hammer is also not really. This is something that I didn't gain a shield whenever you hit an enemy. Maybe it's worth applying that to her and taking off Brass Knuckles. 8 shield at the start of each turn if your starting deck has 14 cards, huh? So we could lose the Brass Knuckles. I mean, the multi-strike cards are hitting a lot anyway. Oh, so that's the heirloom artifact. I have a hard time distinguishing which are heirloom and which are not. Getting extra might whenever you play an elemental card is fantastic, and now we can gain a shield whenever we hit an enemy, in addition to gaining or applying burn when we hit an enemy, and then gaining block whenever we hit an enemy that has burn. So we kind of put together a nice little kit for her, and we could visit a camp and get something upgraded if we really wanted. I think we don't really need to. We could. At this point, like, what I would probably do is farm shard battles. And, okay, against 2 backlash at the start of each turn, that's totally fine. Totally fine. Yeah, so this card's insane. It, you know, like, we're gonna give an ally haste just for... Like, we could teleport here, give her haste. So now, I wish we had the ability to give her energy right now. That we could flex and then slice and dice. It seems insane. I'm gonna apply vulnerable to this middle guy. I wonder if we can't smork that middle guy. See if we can't use this to draw 3. The hand size limit seems to be like 5. So, yeah, there's that. I might go ahead and just do this. It's fine. That's 50. I mean, this is insane. And then... Oh, there it is, the Vigor card. And now we could... I mean, there's no point in doing it now. But deal damage equal to your current shield value. Well... Later. Milady's insane. Milady. I don't want to. I refuse to say Milady all the time, man. I like Milady. Meow lady. Me. I'm gonna stop. I'll just stop. Gain 2 extra shield whenever you play an Arcana card. The Royal Breastplate. And this doubles the regeneration applied by your passive ability, which we really haven't even noticed in so long. Ooh, retain, gain, and immune. So this is like a buffer. Reduces next damage received to 0, and it decays by a stack each turn. So maybe, like, that's probably maybe. Consume up to 5 poison on a target, deal 9 damage per poison consume. There's an arrow card in your hand, shuffle 2 copies of it in your draw pile that costs 0 AP. I didn't know this was a card. That looks amazing. You serious? That looks nasty. I don't think we need to equip that breastplate. So now we get a free campsite. And we can take any of these actions. Let's upgrade. Chosen card. Maybe this. Imagine. 20 shield, 10 backlash, and 3 haste. Seems like it's worth playing. And yeah, that just seems like that's worth it to me. What is this? Oh, that makes it cost 0? Interesting. Interesting. I mean, it makes it cost 0. Sure. Like some upgrades like that, they seem kind of just like you gotta go out of your way to do it, but they're actually really impactful in a lot of ways. Yeah, that looks awesome. An arrow card in your hand that we would want to shuffle 2 copies of in our draw pile that costs 0. What would that be? I think it's about time we lose this 14 card deck. It's driving me nuts. We haven't played Accelerate like one time either. can I throw? Could go. Oh, so we could put multiple Shatterwood arrows in there. We got our sniper shots. So sniper shot's not an arrow. But yeah, like look at her deck. It hasn't really changed all that much. I like the sniper shot though, because it's been doing the job for us. I mean, I'll leave one toxic arrow in there. I think that's probably the way to go. What artifact is new here? They're trying to show. I'll just move on. So 27 out of 30. Maybe we get a free minion if we make that quest happen. But if we take 3 fights, then we get to upgrade 2 abilities. Kind of our prerogative. We could do whatever. What matters is that we get our essence. We have. Let's just take another short battle. Like in this kind of case where you really don't know what to do. Didn't we just fight this guy? And didn't he gain 2 backlash at the start of each turn? It's sort of in a similar area too. That's the thing about it. He wants a rematch because he got absolutely worked by this sick combo. Yeah, so now we can play this for 0. Enchant her to draw extra cards, give her haste, and then she draws a card for each enemy target. Oh, the flex and then the slice and dice. It's here. I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. I really was hoping to get another energy to do the flex and slice and dice on the same turn, but alas, it's not to be. But we have 3 haste here. Dual strike. How many cards are in our draw pile? That's the discard pile. Both of these at the bottom. Are you serious? I'm about to take Potion of Clarity. Can we even do that? Or is there a handful now? I can't use that 73 with the vulnerable. That's crazy, man. I can't believe that. The last card in the draw pile? Really? Don't mention it. Oh yeah, and we got stunned? I didn't even pay attention to that. Someone had the intent to stun us. You can't cleanse that, unfortunately. That's a major debuff, what they would call. Yes. This guy's like, yeah, 2 backlash. That's what's going on there, which is fine. Oh, I should have played the upgraded one. Oops. But we're fine. We're fine. It's funny, I hadn't gone back to previous difficulty level before, so this feels quite a bit easier than where I'm at right now, for a handful of reasons. 2 arrow cards in your hand, shuffle 0 cost copies of them. I don't know if I want multiple obsidian arrows. Toxic arrows, no thanks. Maybe that card's not as good as I thought it would be. This is just like a regular random fight, or was there like a leader involved here? Is this guy, right? Void Lord Askar? We already even fought him one time as well. Oh, I should have played a red card first, then we could have gained more might, because that is a combo and it gains more if you played a red card on that turn. So much to keep track of that I'm just failing to at the moment. And I'm realizing it afterward too, that's the thing. So it's not like a whole lot is being lost on me. At least I hope not. But yeah, and now we have 3 haste, so whenever we play a card, we draw a card for this turn, so maybe drawing into those 0 cost arrows that we just put in the draw pile is something that could happen, but it's not. I thought it shuffled 0 cost copies of it. Oh wait, that's the discard pile? Yeah, okay. Well, we got the guy next turn. We could also do this, I guess. And also this, I guess, and we probably should use the power as well, really. Gain 50% extra damage for this turn. I really haven't been using that enough. So, oh, we set 2 HP? Oh, did we? Because we applied backlash to ourselves. Right, right. When they have the skull icon over them, you can be confident that they're gonna die somehow. Draw 1 card whenever you dash. Don't we have that already? Or not? I'll take it anyway. I don't think that you can have 2 of the same one, but I might be wrong. Multi-strike 4, deal 2 damage, shield steal. Interesting. Enchant 3, apply 3 burn whenever enemy hits you. Trigger regeneration, apply 8 regen. I like that, yeah. Equip that, and that's light as well, so it gains the benefit from our light effect. She doesn't really need the energy as much as Meat Lady does. And let's upgrade something. I'm not really up to upgrade random cards. And let's make it... Let's make it this. Yeah. Cool. So 2 more nodes here. And like you could go fight more shard at least. That's probably what I would do. All abilities gain fixate, target the hero with the lowest health. We can accept that. So yeah, at this point we are quite powerful. We can add 2 light wisp cards to her hand, which gain 5 regeneration, and that is fantastic. And we applied haste to her as well. We can even apply more regen and some shield, another haste. And maybe it's better to kind of support me, lady. Let's make her draw 3. So that's 6 might for this turn. Should have played a red card first once again. I don't know why I'm not doing that. That's just lazy of me. That card's insane. Shield bash plays? Ooh. Ooh. That's kind of nuts, man. That's kind of insane. Just saying. That's kind of nice. Gain a shield per poison you apply. We're not really doing all that much, but I could see that being the most useful. Apply 2 backlash and replay a card on an ally. I mean, maybe. That could come up. We're playing a lot of cards on our allies at this point. So execute ends enemies with a below 25% of their max health. Retain, gain 1 power and gain 2 shock. Power increase your damage dealt by 50%. That's never going to come up. And shock is like your allies take damage if you get hit. The adjacent allies do. Blade Storm. I mean, I'll just take this. We don't have to equip anything right now. I'm happy kind of with the lineup, and after a shard fight, you get to restore 20 health and then continue to the Oracle. And we could transmute an artifact into an artifact of higher rarity as well. At this point, like, we have stuff that's just never really going to come up, like this. So this doesn't look like a higher rarity artifact to me. These look like artifacts that were up against that one, and I didn't want them. So yeah, I don't know about that. It's kind of why I like the upgrade option, I think, because you are always going to get something out of the upgrade. There's always going to get something out of it. Destroyed 20 enemies in the scorched lands. It's not something we're very close to doing, and we're not close to getting that either. But we don't have to be. We also just don't have to be. So now we've hit our 30th, which starts kind of in a seemingly like random fashion. It starts replacing squares on the map with boss battle squares until eventually you have nowhere to travel except the boss battle. That's the sort of the vibe. So now we can apply this region to herself, and then she gains, since she had haste, she draws, and then we got the flex plus into the slice and dice. So let's play a red card first. And now, since we played a red card this turn, we have 9 might. Let's gain 1 power. Swap places. Gain a vigor, draw a card. And we can apply this to ourselves too if we would like. Our ultimate is back. I wish that... Oh, well, we can draw 3. Oh, no one's attacking us. Oh, so the 1 card left in our draw pile is not that Shield Bash. Shield Bash on the bottom? Really? Well, that's quite a... That sure is something, huh? How do we get to Shield Bash right now? Unacceptable. So unacceptable. Shield Bash on the bottom twice. They try to stop him. They really do at the end of the day. Oh yeah, she got damaged. And this guy got stunned. Which is pretty obnoxious because he's kind of what's carrying all of this for me right now. I cannot believe I attacked the wrong guy right there. Oh man, no, this should be over right now, dude. This should be over right now. Come on. She's missing 1 for her ultimate charge right now. that again. Fine. Gain 16 shield. Apply your shield value up to all adjacent allies. Oh, whoa, and this could be on either of them. Blind prevents you from gaining Fury for a turn. Whoa, apply your shield value to all adjacent allies. I don't know if we need that right now. That's like extremely expensive. There's no way she's gonna... There's no way Milady's gonna be playing that. Alright, I mean, we could put Bird Girl at 5. I almost don't hate putting Milady at +1 redraw. That combo is really important to get, I think. And so the Cataclysm is kind of started here. And we get a free shrine because we picked the hard mode of that super elite fight, which spell all enemy, removes all minor buffs from enemies at the start of each turn. Okay. Seems like something I could be happy about. Let's pray to our enemies to, or pray to the spirits to get a free buff for the fight. So clarity card, draw 2 cards. We get this just in the draw pile at the start of each of our fights. Arcanium cards produce 25% extra damage, shielding, and healing. I mean, so what, we just want a flat buff on 25% on everything Milady does that's blue. I think I like the clarity card. And if we can take out another Shard Elite, then we'll gain 3 more Essence and we'll get 1 more buff here. So 1 more like card drawer energy. Like we could max out Tara's energy, for example. Alright, what's the right way to conduct this? We need to apply a little more haste. But we also need her to trade places. But we need her to gain AP as well. Just apply it to myself. To Angorn himself. Okay. Oh. So a little more haste. I mean, 21 block is still pretty significant. And we could do this first also. I was just looking for the flex. That's what I was really hoping for. Yeah, now we got the vigor and then we got the flex. But it's okay. Getting 50% extra damage. Make this guy vulnerable. We can make a copy of this, 2 copies of it, but really it's just because it boosts our might up to pretty silly level, and then we can get that potion of recall. I've never had a run that was such a blowout like this, to be honest. I guess that's what happens when you go up Ascension levels or whatever and then come back, and it's you know, at this point we're seeing a lot of the same little common artifacts. And, oh yeah, I've seen this. I've had a good run with this. I deal damage and gain shield per poison on the target. I had that alone be a really good source of shield for Tara. Yeah. Give her her last energy, restore 20 health to everyone. Like, you restore 20 health after those shard elite fights. So like I mean, maybe this is worth putting in her kit. I mean, I still got freaking obsidian arrows in here. That's the deal. That's pretty awful. And this terrible toxic arrow when we have this poison coating now. We have like 5 new. Okay, so these are heirlooms. Is that what's going on? Gain a shield per poison you apply? Okay. Excuse me. That makes sense. Why that? Yeah, that makes sense now. Return a minion to your hand, refund this cost. We happen to not really do anything with minions in this run. But this loot crate is free because of that super shard elite fight. Cards can execute when you play them on enemies, so if they're beneath a certain amount of health, restore 2 health when you damage an enemy up to 12 a turn. Something about minions. We'll take that. Don't have to equip it. Get some gold. Move on. We have 3,000 gold and still haven't really done anything. There still might be time before the Cataclysm destroys everything to, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, let's just take the boss fight at this point. You could look around and try to do some more stuff, but I think I'm good. So you can read what Noctis does, but I'm just going to go for it. I'm gonna smork him with the Milady Shield Bash special. It's already here. Want to figure out a way to spend energy first. What's the right way to do this? I mean, maybe gaining the might, is that something we should do right now? I'm gonna just waste this. That's fine. Okay, so the 2 dual strikes. We do have the vigor in there. In our hand currently. Just to apply haste to her. So now we draw 2 cards. There we go. So we need to make sure we play a red card now. Then we get the combo here. We can gain a power, which increases our damage by 50%. And then use our ultimate. Is this guy immune to vulnerable or something? Cannot be affected by debuffs? Well, that's quite a feature. I didn't catch that. I don't think I've ever beat a boss in 1 turn so far. That's a funny run. I'm glad I can't believe I lost. The thing is that it's not over like just yet. Wow, is the artifact pool really that small at this point? Wow. Okay. Or maybe not, maybe it's not. Maybe the common artifact pool is that small at this point. Or something. I kind of have a hard time distinguishing the artifact rarities. Draw a card after you power affects your cards twice. Well, that could come up. Double all debuffs you apply and all debuffs you receive. All debuffs. I mean, yeah, sure. Like, we can cleanse our debuffs for the most part. So, maybe doubling poison or burn is something that we could see ourselves wanting to do. We already have 1 of these, so I don't know if we need 2 of them. Holy Bulwark, gain an immune combo, gain an extra immune in an area, so that's like a buffer AoE. I don't see how we could possibly be that upset with that. There's a Shatter +2, so at this point we're pretty much getting like top of the line gear. That is currently the situation. Oh yes, right. We're on the reward screen, so we can't edit our deck. But hey, don't get me wrong, like I like this game. You can see that I know what I'm talking about, right? Like that I've dug into it a bit because I think that is dope. I think it's absolutely, I think it's for real. Like I'm having fun seeing the characters work together and everything. Me Lady once again is carrying like I thought she would. So we can show up here, and we're probably gonna unlock this character after this because we're spending a lot of money for this guy, and that I believe is what is yeah, these are not really what we're looking for, Chief, but thank you. Thanks. Apply a hex whenever you hit an enemy. So like double debuffs, applying hex when you hit an enemy. Like we could do that if we want. I'm just gonna reroll. Critical damage deals 150 instead of 100. Light and void cards no longer generate fury. Gain force shield whenever you play them. Gain force shield whenever you play your light cards. Do we already have something like that? Why don't we have enough? Why don't we have anything on this guy? I mean, might doesn't really do anything for him. Oh, we have these. Restore. Double debuffs you apply to backlash whenever you play. So yeah, you can only have one heirloom. The druidic familiar heirloom is amazing. Well, let's try to figure out what 2 we could put on this guy. I don't know if we need. I think that actually might just be bad on average. So let's re-roll these. Like bad for us right now. 3 spirit. Spirit is increases shielding and healing done by 1 per stack. Okay, so that's fantastic. We'll go and put that on. Draw an extra card at the start of each turn. Incredible. And status effects no longer apply to you. I don't think I'll be upset about buying that. We can go to the trainer here, gain a new ability card if we would like. I like this. This card is awesome. Apply a vulnerable and taunt in an area. That makes everyone target you for an attack. That's pretty useful to have. But restoring 4 health and cleansing an area on retain, that's also undeniably useful. I'll just grab that. And still have 1,500 gold. That's a good amount. Can visit the capital and upgrade cards for gold now as well. So let's take a look here. We have the Holy Bulwark, Spontaneous Growth. We need to bling this guy out. 3 Spirit at the start of your turn, just increase shielding and healing by that flat number. It's incredible. And yeah, we'll have him draw an extra card at the start of each turn because I'm sensing that he's having some trouble drawing cards himself. Status effects no longer apply to you. So I guess that means good and bad. I don't know. Maybe it's just bad status effects. But like that's got to be better than that, right? Like that just has to be better than that to not be able to be statused at all. That would be my guess. So let's see what we can upgrade here, because this is the final stretch. Now this is like the Act 4, if you will. Apply a vulnerable and taunt AoE. I do want that card, I think, but I'm not so sure. Spirit Cocoon, it's probably worth upgrading because it's just going to get played when we see it. And then there's, I don't even know if I want to put that in the draw pile, like in the deck. That always is getting played when we see it, for the most part, as well. So let's spend money to upgrade that. And then I don't know if that's gonna come up anymore. I mean, it might. I like this though. Apply vulnerable and taunt in an area so everyone attacks you, and you're just gonna have a stupid amount of shield. So like, might as well. And I'll probably go ahead and take the opportunity to upgrade it as well. And oh yeah, is that capital? So 600 gold to go ahead and upgrade the brawl. That should do it. So this is Akhan, the deceiver himself. And we're off. So he's got his arms, I guess. Arcane Beam and Death Spiral, and you can see all the intention here. Apply a vulnerable and taunt in the area. Give her haste. Draw a couple cards. Excuse me. I apologize. Play vulnerable and taunt in that area. I want to make sure she's just drawing cards for when she plays cards. That's the only thing that really matters right now. And 28 shield, 3 haste, 10 backlash. That's amazing, or whatever the buff was. Draw 2 cards. There's the shield bash. Make some copies of that for the sport of it. Sorry, hand was just full. Oh, stasis. So he gains stasis upon taking 60 damage this turn, so he can't take any more damage? Oh. I forgot about that, as you could see. Well, darn. That's unfortunate. You serious? So it's haunted in the area, so everyone's attacking her. I'll use his ult next turn. Is what it is. Yeah, he's got a like the heart's invincible effect. Yeah. Player should value to all adjacent allies. Let's go ahead and cleanse all of our buffs. Oh, we only gained 3 energy this turn? What was the reason for that? I thought we had maxed. Is there some debuff that was applied to us? Remove 2 AP from all heroes at the start of turn. That's right, that's right. He doesn't have stasis this turn? Just to apply the haste. And then... Guess I should have done that first, maybe. Maybe. So yeah. Shuffle 2 confused cards into heroes draw piles so that does damage to yourself and then draws a card. Then you can get rid of it after that. But just to get rid of it. We need to really let we need to help Tara draw extra cards. That's kind of what's going on. Let's see if we can't. I mean, I want to flex and then like play more attacks, but Ah. I don't see his stasis this turn. It like rotates. That's kind of how it works. I mean, I think we're fine. But it was a little humbling. That's all. Gain immune, and then we gain an immune in an area. So it was like AoE buffer right now because we played a light card this turn, and so he's rocking 28 burn right now. We don't have the body slam, but Cess in the draw pile is touche. Just keep vulnerable applied on him. Rocket jump on over. Kind of just chilling. Akhan. It's a long one. We'll take a quick look at the arena mode as well. Critical damage for the poison. Let's make some more 0 cost. And then use the potion to draw into him. Oh, you know what? Let's wow, this guy has put so many confused cards. I mean, they exhaust after you play it, so it's no huge deal. Oh, how come Tara didn't get haste here? Because I just booted on myself, is that what the point is? Why is she unable to gain haste right now? She's supposed to be able to gain... Oh, did I already wear it out? I mean... Thought we were fine. Looks like we're okay. Yeah, later. Later. There you go. There's a sample run for the Arcanium Rise of Akhan refreshingness. Items unlocked this run. Cobra Strike, Cambrage, Radiant Bammer, Eye of Thargar. Alright. It's arena mode. We've got Thorum now, of course, as well. Spent enough money at the Forge. 104 is the mastery level at this point. So arena mode. I'm thinking next time we'll cover the new arena mode, because arena mode is nice if it's like too fast or something. Play a couple different tries at arena mode. I want to see like how a team of all DPS can really do. Like I tried that when I was first learning the game, and I am still first learning the game, of course, but maybe now I'll be better at it. So overall, I think the game is really solid. Like I think it's a really good game. We got Thorum now, so I got to figure out what he stands for exactly. He's been forging my cards this whole time. I don't know what he, I don't know what he's about. And Maverick, I still don't know what a trainer is. So, yeah, don't get your hopes up for Maverick. I'm just gonna say it. Although it probably wouldn't be that hard to figure out what it is. But okay. Thanks for watching, and until next time.